Hello everyone, Mrs. Gigi here. Wednesday and yet another week. These are the two things that I will be working on today. I felt I haven't really done too much in terms of this journal. Why? I didn't really have the time to, and yeah, even though I kind of want it finished in a way. But we will definitely look into this. This is a coloring book. Done just a couple of things in here, but this is also one that I want to kind of go into a little bit more detailed in creation. So yep, we will do that. But start off with the main thing for the winter, maybe. This one. I actually did some cutting out on a thing or two, and I do want to still create the base of it in a sense. I have left part of the pages like this because I was thinking, what if I'll just fold it in like this and create a pocket in itself. So that is what we will do, and the white part here will be, yeah, I would say inked Stormy Sky we will use. Hello Melvin, welcome, welcome. So I will for this one though, let's see. Hope you had a wonderful day. I had a lot of things at work, but yeah, it was nice. So this is exactly what I need. So let's just do this. It's not really gonna show too much, just a little bit of a bluish tint to the page. Maybe use a little bit more of a darker one just to emphasize it a little bit. So yeah, that is what we will do. And then, like I spoke about, just do a little bit of a touch up in this. And yeah, it could definitely be a writing journal, but the creative one it is. It might not even be that I use it, it's just me doing this. So let's see, do we want to have, no, we don't really want to have, yeah, purple would be kind of nice to use though. And tumbled glass, a lighter blue, dusted concord, let's try that one. Just bring in the tiniest bit of purple in it. I do like purple in a way, I do. Let's see, almost looks a little bit like clouds there, but so having it upside down so the ink doesn't dry out. And then the fold. Am I actually going to fold it? Yes, of course I am. Like this. Ink. We need to ink the edges. Doing that with a darker one. So inking the edges like this kind of brings it out in a way. And today, hello Kat, welcome, welcome. Hello Danny, nice to see you here. So going in like this is actually I don't know, let's fold this a little bit just to outline, have a little outline. This won't really, or would I say probably not show, because I will have a tag or something in there. You know, it's always nice to have a little bit of a base there. So let's look into glue. Just adding in. This is a really tacky glue, so I don't really need much. Just folding it in to help the page out, to thicken it up a little bit. Because I could have done that in so many different ways, but this is the easiest way to go. And sometimes I tend to go with the easy, quick ways. So in this case, let's see, what did we have? We created this one, I think. So the perfect little tuck for that one. I'm not going to put that in there because this isn't really dry enough yet, but this is one sort of page that I will use. So the other ones are in more than one way sewn in. Let's see, we have this one here. This one will do the same. I don't want to have, like, this was almost not even, it wasn't really half, but I want to have it a little bit wider of a little tuck. So let's kind of do the same thing. Just a little bit show here, so we will do it all over again. And I'm just doing this part because this is the one that shows. So, and you know, going blue as it is, just adding in yet again the tiniest amount of purple. Like this. So hello Al, thank you for being here. It's really nice to have all of you. What have you been up to? Have you had a nice day, or the beginning of the day? Like, I don't even know, like, is it, yeah, I think for some of you it's the same time zone as me. So for me it is, looking at the clock here, it's 20 minutes to 8 p.m. What am I going to craft today? I'm actually going to take it kind of slow. Yeah, sometimes, you know, I could go, you know, if I had the time I would do a bigger thing, but unfortunately I don't. It's almost like I felt I needed to begin a thing today and you know, continue with it tomorrow, but I know that tomorrow I won't really have, you know, I would say no time whatsoever to anything really. Yeah, tomorrow will be a really busy day for me, so yeah, I need to kind of think about that a little bit. Let's see, we do need a little needle here for the glue. It's all clogged up. I could have, you know, taken the watercolors, or yeah, I could have in a sense too many options, too little time. That's what it is. And then of course, you know, the time schedule are limiting me at the moment with things I need to do. Anything special, I don't know, let's see, we'll have to do this first. There will be a, yeah, I don't know about special, it might be something that inspires you, hopefully. You know, it's a matter of just being inspired, really. That's what the aim with this whole thing is. And of course, yep, I'm doing it because I think it's fun. Because I like, I know during the weekends I sometimes do lives just because I have the time and because I have the ability to just go live. Well, that's how it is. So we will go with the glue, doing the same thing here. Making a journal is, I would say, almost always a way of doing kind of the same thing to each and every one. You create pockets, you create spaces in it to be able to write things. You have pages like this that of course you can write on these, but you know, they are really beautiful to look at too. So yeah, so it's a mix of having pages to tuck things in, pages to write in, and pages to just look at. I know, for instance, this one, it's a beautiful page with the waters, like, yeah. So yeah, totally different ways. Let's see, we will go further back here, doing the same thing. For this one, I want to have, let's see, that was the same thing with the clouds there. So for this one, I want to have a shallow one. So going back and forth, doing it like this is, at least for me, the way to go. Trying to figure out somewhat of a equal amount of pockets on each side of the signature and similar amounts of tags. As I've done designer journals before in design teams, I had to kind of think about what do other people want. So yeah, more writing space, that is a thing. Of course, when creating journals, or if you want to glue in them, that is also an option. Because gluing in things in a journal like this, for instance, that could definitely be a thing. You can art journal if you like. I've done that before. I actually began the whole thing with journaling with me not doing other things than just gluing what I thought was nice to look at. Are you ill? So that doesn't really sound too good. I wish that you kind of feel better soon. The roller coaster of not feeling well, that's a whole thing at the moment over here too, I would say. Not for myself, but you know, there are people around me that is not really feeling too well at the moment in terms of, you know, sick. Like, I don't want to have a cold. I don't have time to have a cold. I have so much that I want to do. Let's see, do I want to have it just blue like that because of the cloud situation over here? Would be kind of nice. So, yeah, where were you? You were in the Midlands, weren't you? Also, I'm thinking being cold in this time of year, to me, it's like a never-ending kind of story, especially with the kids. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, that's the whole thing of a game. Yeah. Oh, I can imagine that being kind of a, yeah, a big thing, yeah. The gallbladder. Oh. Oh, thank you so much, Kat. Oh no, I don't know if I will ever inspire any one of you doing a thing like this, but you know, to me it's just a matter of gluing, having fun, and just have a little bit of me time. That is exactly what it is. I need to just have a couple of hours a week. That is what it is. A couple of hours a week just doing this. To be able to think straight. Is that? Yeah, it could be. It could actually be that. Before I was painting a lot. Painting with all kinds of like oil paint, pastel, and yeah, but I don't do that anymore. And this is now my way of creativity. My accent, you know, my accent is a mix of a whole, I don't even, like, I have friends over in the US, I have relatives in Australia, I have, you know, I have friends all over, but my English used to be like proper British English. If you go look, like, you know, like, I don't even know, like 7 or 8 years back, there will definitely be a change in my way of pronouncing things. If you go back, you know, with the older videos, because you know, I can clearly hear it myself too, because you know, it's a whole kind of different thing there. Yeah, like a mix-up of, I would probably say, a whole bunch of American pronunciation in combination of I have no clue what. Hello, Chris, welcome. So, this one, do I really... I was thinking, what if we do the pocket that way? Can we just... Let's see. How are we going with this? I do want to have... Yep, let's see. Because I kind of like this part of it. But we do need to strengthen the paper, because it's thin. Hello, Lucas. Nice to have you here. Thank you for stopping by. I hear a bit of South Africa. You know, I have no clue. I have no clue about the accent. It is so, yeah, it's crazy when thinking about it. Let's see, we'll have to, and for me, there will be no cutting in this. Let's see, somewhat like that, and a little bit of extra strength there. And let's just go for it. Like that, and yeah, probably cut it a little bit smaller. I would, yep, definitely. Eyeballing the whole thing, that's probably not the right way to go, but that is what I do most of the time. Some projects, of course, you know, when I've sold things before, I had to really measure things, but I'm not doing that anymore, so yep. Let's think. Are we just going to cut it straight off? Let's hope for the best. Hello, Timelet. Nice to have you here. And yep, is this straight? Is it straight enough? I have no clue. Of course, it's not going to be, but you know, I would say that and that makes, yeah, that would be a kind of a nice page. So, strengthen it up because it needs to be a pocket that will hold a little bit. So, going in with this one. This won't really show too much, or are we going there? We're going to see. There are two different ways of doing this. Either you glue that upper part totally down to the page, and that is what I do, or you cut it off. But in this case, I kind of like that it shows. I just have to figure this one out though. And this glue, I need to remind myself, some sort of a reminder to myself, this glue isn't good for this thing. The land of Abba, yeah, I know. When thinking music in the sense, yeah, there is a lot of exports that will, you know, a lot of famous, actually, really a big thing with music. It is. Let's see, one. Just going to fold it up like this. Is that the way to go? No, let's go with the tacky glue and hope for the best. I need to go to the store. That's what it is. The land of Abba. I don't know. Do you all know Abba? For some it might be a thing though. There are actually, yeah, I would say both actresses and actors and music. That, you know, that's a big thing. And you know, directors, and you know, I don't even like it. So apparently, you know, I've been thinking Swedish is a tiny, it's a tiny country, Sweden is, but in terms of music and actresses and actors and things like that, it's kind of a big thing though. So we will have the pocket like this, and yep, we are going to do a little bit of a thing down here just to cover up what we have done. And of course, when having it as a pocket, we do need to think about not gluing the whole thing down. So now I really do have to think about this for a little bit. Have I done this the whole thing totally offset? The beauty of it though, if it will, it's this, these are digitals that I can print out again. And it's live. So you didn't see it, you know, did you? I need to peel this whole page. The good thing, you know, you were with me on the process, but the end result will be good anyways, and this is only for me, so I don't really mind. There it is. With this again, you know, I can't really do it properly because this needs to dry, but you have a pocket like that. Who did? Oh, Ingmar Bergman, yeah, or Ingmar Bergman. Yeah, there has been quite a lot of movies. So we will put that one out of the pocket. It needs to dry properly. Yet again a butterfly there. And we have that one. So in this case, I did cut out and prepare. As you know, there was a whole bunch of things. This is just a tiny bit of a thing. Hello, Tracy. Welcome, welcome. I am doing fine. Hope you are too. I definitely don't want to cover this front page up too much. We will have to, let's see, do we want to do anything like that maybe? Actually not going to cover. I kind of like this, the edge of the sewing, and I did it, you know, all wonky because it's nice to have it that way. Would be nice to just have it like that, would it? Or maybe, let's see, that is way too much in terms of going on the opposites. Yeah, we will have this one. In order to use it though, we need thicker paper, and yet again I am using a scrapbook piece of paper that I would say I do not like at all, but I have to use up what I have. So we will glue this onto this piece of scrapbook paper and cut it out and use it. So it's just a matter of glue. So apart from doing this, I am going to use my my pens a little bit today. So just the tiniest bit more here. I hope you feel better soon. I'll, you know, have my fingers crossed. Let's see. What are you? Are you from Germany, Danny? No, you're not. I know that. Close to though. I have actually been thinking about it because when speaking to all my American friends, you know, the US is a really big country, and thinking like the tiny, you know, Europe as a continent is really small in a sense. It is. So, you know, not a northern, what, oh yeah, you're talking about, I'm all confused with the name change there, Northman. Yeah, all countries meeting up like this is really fun though. It is. And meeting new friends. Almost, I know I tend to speak like it's a whole big of a family tree situation sometimes. I know you two know each other, Chris and Danny, so yeah. You were well behaved in Amsterdam. Oh yeah, I've been to, yeah, I've been to the house there too. Was the Christie thing? You know, I'm not a part of that, Chris. So yeah, I don't know. Better not get into to that. Yeah, I wasn't a part of that, or was I? Maybe maybe a tiny bit. I don't know. I don't know. Was it you or was it YouTube that made the change of names, or like the? I don't even know. Sometimes when reading chat and kind of trying to figure out who I'm speaking to, it's easy to just look quick up and watch, and then you can't really change the avatar or something else. Of course you're allowed to, but keeping up in chat is a thing. Oh, yeah, but yeah, I can see, Chris, it makes the whole thing way more clear now. Way more clear than before. So it might be a win-win situation for both of you. So I do want to have the pocket like that. Let's see. You collect World War II. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a thing. Collections. I used to collect all kinds of things before, and then I decided just to. Yeah, when moving a couple of years back, I just couldn't. Your uncle tours the battlefields. Oh. Only World War II. Yeah. Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, World War II is, like, it's really special. So, first page of the signature. Let's go in and look. Do we want to have something there? Collecting things. Yeah, I've collected all kinds of things throughout the years. It actually started when I was a kid. Hopefully they did, Chris. Hopefully they did. Depending on if they like it or not, It's not up to me to say that. Yeah, but collecting things. Let's see. What do we want to do? Are we going to create a belly band? Probably will. Or are we just going to leave it like this or add? Let's see. That's definitely a writing space there. I would go belly band here, and with that, let's think. We need a long one. I'm just going straight on the page like this, and like that. Probably somewhat of a distance there. Let's see. Let's see what we can do. This is a way to tuck things under. So I will show you. So the green thing here are not going to show at all. You won't really see it at all. So I'm just going with, let's show you, putting this one like that, and you will be able to have another version of a tuck for something. So yet again, you know, this is a smaller one, but you can tuck things underneath here. So let's create something to go with that. We need maybe just glue and yeah, we will just do like this. Me yet again, you know, liking the way of just ripping things apart and glue. Like this. Of course, adding in as much glue as I possibly can with this one. Not really thinking too much at all at this point. Just going to, you do need to have glue though. I would probably just go extra on here, like that, on there. You know, there will be glue all over in the making. And make a short or post so people can leave a comment. I'm like, are you talking to me, Danny? I don't know. Yeah, I tend to not do much though. I tend to not do much with this. At one point in my life I had this as a thing, you know, the YouTube thing, but then I changed my mind. I changed it up quite a bit. So this is what I do now. Let's see, we are going to have, yeah, we'll need to have this one further down here. There, and yep, we will add a little bit more. Like I've told people before, this is me time. If you want to watch, I really appreciate it, but this is me time to me. So let's see, what are we going for? I'm thinking all these kinds of things, as there are several of them. That one maybe. Butterflies, blue butterflies like that. Could be an option. Covering it all up, of course. Is that the way to go? A feather. Blue, I don't even know the name of this, or I know the Swedish name, but I'm not really too familiar with the English one though. The bird. What are we going to do with you? We are going to back him. I feel like I need the bird, but in order to stand out, we need this. Or, you know, I just took the blue paper that I had right here beside me, so that is where we are going. We are just going like that. And let's see. So slowly but surely, this little journal of mine will grow into something that I will probably use, and I would say not surprised if I'm going to be able to use it in April or something. So don't be surprised if you just see a flip through of it, like yeah, springtime or whatever. But backing it like this this kind of makes the whole thing stand out a little bit more, which is way nicer than just glue the whole thing down. So paint, or like using pencils, is what we are going for next. Let's see. We definitely need ink. Headache. Don't press the call away. Are you talking to each other? Do you have... How... Chris, are you like... Oh, migraine. I have been thinking, because you had like an ear infection, you had whatever, like cold, I don't even know, there was a whole range of things. Are you like free from those, or is it like an ongoing thing? I heard I heard it is snowing. You know, I got pictures earlier today. Yeah, apparently there is snow all over. In a dark room. Oh no, Chris. Migraine isn't really... Let's not talk about it. It's like a really dark room, and I would say put the phone away, because it, you know, it can make things worse. Yeah, they could be, yeah. The snow, yep, it is. And I don't know, I haven't heard anything as of today, but I would say, you know, it's an ongoing thing throughout the whole country, even over at Becca's. She is in Texas and all. You would assume that she has it quite, you know, nice weather-wise, but no. Even, yeah, I think it was like 2 years back that she actually had proper snow. It is still ongoing. What on earth, Chris? I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry. That's definitely not a thing to, yeah. And since Christmas, that is it? Let's see. Do we want to have a tackle? Yeah. Let's glue it in, the ticket. Storm last night. Here, I don't really want to talk about it, but it's, yeah, it's really, really cold, up to the point where I don't really want to be outside. Yeah, I do, but then yeah, it is way too cold for me to like this weather right now, and that's just because of the wind. Usually it's cold here, but it doesn't really go as you know, with the wind as fast as it's at the moment. Yeah, it's crazy. It is. Let's see, do I want to cut out the butterflies? That would have been kind of neat. I am. You are going to have snow? Yeah. To me, that's, yeah. I don't know. Is it one of those things that are, you know, it's only January still, but as far as I know, the snow is not a big thing in the Netherlands, is it? Or is it one of those like every 10th year or something? Only in the north. Yes, I've heard. Yes, I've heard. Butterflies. Yes, we're going butterflies. I'm in Idaho. No snow. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. Could you please send your weather to me? You know. Let's see, which one do we prefer? Maybe this purpley, the smaller little one. Yeah, the weather. I need to relocate. And I don't know, it's getting worse and worse each year. Kind of sounds strange in a way, but I definitely have to relocate. Start around 10 p.m. Let's see, we'll put it up here. And yeah, maybe one further down here. Let's see if we can put this one in. I don't know if I want to cut it. Like I could cut it straighter, just because the back side of the thing is actually, or I would say somewhat straight. It's not measured. But I don't, I kind of like it to be a little bit, you know, outside of the thing there. You have lots of snow this time of year and you haven't got, oh. That to me, Like last year, it was crazy. I don't even know if that has, you know, with snow, we didn't have, I'm not lying when saying we didn't have snow more than maybe 2 weeks. It was really, really cold, but we didn't get any snow. And that has, as far as I know, never happened. It was so strange. It was really strange. And this year, yeah, that's a whole thing. Let's cut this tiny little butterfly out and use him and then put it in. It might be that we want to add something more. This is really tiny though. So, Danny, have you heard like a thing or two from Mike or any of the others, like how it is over there with the weather conditions? Oh, thank you so much, Chris. You have to ask Claudia for me, or yeah, when do I want to see her like creations, like in a proper video or something? Like when is she going to release one of those? Oh, ask them. Ask them how they are. And hopefully, you know, things are not too bad. Because, yeah, with those kinds of things, you'll never know. It could be, and of course, depending on where you are either, like spoken about before, you know, here in Sweden, we couldn't have snow days, for instance, because snow days would mean there would be no school whatsoever during, you know, winter time. So that wouldn't, yeah, that wouldn't even be an option at all. It's snow. Yeah, I've seen it snow over at his. Yeah, and it snowed a lot too. Let's see. Do I want to just cut this thing off a tiny bit? Having it like that, putting it in like this, and because I have only done one tag, that is the thing too. When I'm looking in like that and putting it in like that, and there you have the belly band. It would be really fun to see like a video of her actually doing the whole epoxy thing, you know, with the whole process and things. That would be fun. I've done that a bit in the past, but you know, it's not my thing. Or resin, or you know, like, it is not. So with this, a little bit of glue, and we have the belly band somewhat ready to use. So this is what I tend to do. Needs to be properly secured here, of course, but as you can see, it kind of pops out having a lighter page there. And yeah, that is it. So we have done a little bit. I will just, yeah, hopefully it will hold. I will close this one up. I would put it on to the side, and what are we going into? I would say in my world it's called adult coloring, an adult coloring book. So let's get into it. It's a Swedish one. This one, for those of you interested, I know it's available online, but yeah, let's see. In time, she said. Yeah, it would be really, really nice. Yeah, as you can see, I've done a couple of these. It would be fun to see the whole process. But of course, doing it live, you know, it takes a somewhat of a thing. No stick. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. Yeah, I can definitely see it being something, especially doing a video, you have to like edit out a couple of things in order to make it a good one to show, because you don't really want to have too many hours. Let's see, that one is kind of cute over there, but I want to keep it simple. Butterflies again, are we going with that? Let's put this one to the side. This one is a beautiful one too, and yeah. Let's see. You tell you already have a headache, so yeah. Yeah, I can definitely see you don't really need more than you can handle, is it? The bird there. This reminds me of a place nearby my summer house. let's look into this one. This is kind of cute. So what I am using here are these, the Faber-Castell, and they are polychrome pins, all different kinds of colors, of course. And this is just a base kit because it's easy to just take with you. That's where I always tend to have these on hand when doing travels and things like that. Easy to just pack in. So yeah, I wouldn't say that I will go through colors, but just do a little thing here. The beauty when using these pens that you can do, I would say, easily three different kinds of colors, or the darkness and the thickness of however you want to do. So let's see, do we have a piece of paper to be able to show you? And of course we have, but it's just my, let's see, I'm actually going to use this one, just the back side of this. So you can of course do a really light thing like this, or a little bit more of a darker. The paper that I'm using here are watercolor paper, so yeah, it's a different kind of texture to it. Or you can go like really dark. With this one, almost the same color, a really cheap, I would say. Yeah, you couldn't really go, you will have to have several layers. This is more of an oily, just compare the two. There's way more oily feel to the pen. It's a darker one. Hello, Claudia. Oh, always thinking about the pronunciation. In my case, thinking, should I pronounce all the names in Swedish, because that will be a totally different sound to it, or should I just say English? That might be the best. You will make a short soon, perhaps a short video of the word. Yeah, I would appreciate that. Yeah, that would be really fun. Like I told Chris, it's going to be a kind of a process making what you do, but yeah, filming it all, maybe like editing it, or just leave it as it is to see the actual process of what you do. Hitting the head against the wall. Give me all kinds of visions though. So let's see, going in, creating a little bit of a darkness here. I would say in everything I do, I do it just for fun. So do not expect anything spectacular here. Definitely not. And you can do this in 5 minutes, or you can do it in several hours, depending on the aim for the end result. And we'll have to put you away. I don't like that one. So creating a cloud like this, if you want to do it properly, it would take hours. Do I have time? As you know, my patience Yeah, it's definitely not on the best of today, but you know, just adding in a tiny bit more of the darker blue. You can actually just smudge it out too if you like with this, to make it look even smoother, and that's because of the oil in these. So we are going with green, are we? We have all different kinds of greens as the blues, but we will see. These ones, yeah, as you can see, this one is a favorite of mine. I always tend to use it. Patience is the key. Yes, it is. Let's see, a bluish green. Do we want to go that way? Let's see. I don't know. Where do I have that one? I could go with this green first. Patience is the key in so many things, actually, Danny. The movement, the movement. Am I going to? Or do you think, or is that a thing that you want me to? I could go. That's what I do at work, Time Lord. Going into all the characters of the children's books characters. Moomin, yep, that's a thing. Getting all kinds of children's songs in my head at the moment. So my head is, yeah, it's a whole whirlwind of songs, children's songs, each and every day. And I would say they are kind of on repeat, which are to be expected at the age where, you know, with the kids that I work. And I think I've talked about it before, but the Baby Shark is one of the, the Swedish version of it is one of the favorites. And I wouldn't say I hate the song, but it's a whole thing. And the strange thing about it, you know, it doesn't really have to do with age, but Baby Shark, apparently, they, you know, like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, or what, or the Swedish version of it though, that isn't a thing anymore. Baby Shark has finally made it up to like the trend setting of the kids kind of thing, which is a bit strange to me. So going through just the tiniest little greenery here, as there will be many layers of many versions of green. I don't really go into details when doing this, at least not at this moment. And then maybe this is a little bit more into, so as you can see, that's a totally different version doing that. No Baby Shark. Oh, you heard that one too. Yeah, I can, yep. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. That is yeah, it's been a thing. It's definitely been a thing, and apparently the trauma, the trauma. Yeah, the funny thing about it though, at least here, the kids, they like to sing it in English first, and then you go on to the Swedish version of it. Yeah, I know it is terrible. I am speechless when thinking about it, but yeah, it's a trendsetter. It is. Yeah, and thinking the same with whatever you do, if you make it simple, and maybe even just draw a line and call that art, that would be a thing. Oh, what a disaster. With I hear it in my head each and every day. I sing it out loud. No, 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 no. What are you doing, Claudia? I cannot. I cannot. Hi. It's a thing. But I would say, if I want to, compare the English version to Swedish, the Swedish version is way more fun. It's way more fun. The translation of it is somewhat strange in a way. Hello, Jessica. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, all the kids' songs. So the last couple of years, I'm thinking song. I've been working with older kids too, but the last couple of years with younger ones, and yeah, it's singing has been a thing. It's always a win-win situation when being able to sing and learning to speak and things like that too. So, have you finished up with the birdhouse thingy that you, or did you start that yesterday, Jessica? I don't know. Have I kind of missed out on? Yeah, I need to go and look. Am I going to sing the Swedish version? No. Like that is ever going to happen? That's not going to happen at all. It's crazy. Yeah, yes, yeah, we heard it. That's another thing though, Time Lord. I always, as soon as I get the information, and I know that it could be that some of you in chat are having their birthday like close into this week or whatever, but I tend to sing in Swedish. Yep, the happy birthday song. Actually have three versions of it. Working on the flowers today for the spring. Oh, beautiful. But the baby shark, no. Oh yeah, you did finish the birdhouse. I need to look it up, Jessica. I definitely have to. When singing there could be so much, but not the baby shark. We are all tired of that song at work. That's just where I go with that. We're going, and this, as you can see, kind of takes a little bit of time, and sometimes now I haven't done this in this book, but you know, I actually have in the past added in both watercolor and acrylic paint and things like it in the book. The American pop songs. Yep, that is definitely a thing, but not, yeah, you know, I work with the really young kids at the moment, so no, there are no American pop songs there, but yeah, you know, they are all over. Like, yeah, that's definitely a thing. Over here, I would say almost everybody has a phone and Spotify, so time is really flying. The American pop songs are terrible. Or is it terrible that the kids are singing? You know, you have to explain that to me. I do listen to quite a lot of music, all different kinds, really. They have not been in. I don't know. Depending on what you listen to, you know, there are all different kinds of things. Disturb. Yeah, you know, there are quite a lot of songs out there that is really nice. And all different kinds of genres too. The Sound of Silence. Yeah, that is a really, really good one. And there are yeah, that is definitely a really good one. So do you have any like specific genres that you like? Yeah, I can definitely see Danny liking Disturbed, but the letting out your old man personality and sorry, what do you listen to? What do you listen to? Let's hear. You know, I would say I listen to everything but Oprah. Yeah, that's yeah. Or I wouldn't say yeah, the classical music that's really nice. The young yeah, oh yeah, you didn't know that, Danny. Mm. No, I tend to think that I'm old, you know, I wouldn't be older than 25 ever. That's kind of where I'm at. I don't know. Wishful thinking, maybe. Let's see, do we want to have red apples? I do want to have a little tiny bit of blue in the let's see if we can add in just the tiniest bit of blue in the leaves. And I don't know if it will be show up on camera. Just the tiniest. There is good music being made, but it's just not. Yeah, I have a tendency to. Yeah, I can totally understand that. Is it that you think like there were proper music back, you know, in the old days, and now it's just like digitalized or, you know, whatever, or even AI music? That's a thing now. Yeah, AI could be nice, but yeah, there are so many genres though. But I would say I'm more into, yeah, depending on the mood, that is. I would say I'm more into like heavier music than, or with rhythm and beat to be able to dance. But yeah, definitely heavier music than regular like radio commercial type music. 60s and 70s seems better. I don't. Oh, yeah? Yeah, but I can totally see that would be a thing though. Not much, but there is a little tiny tint. Yeah, I don't even know with the lighting and things. No, it's not really good. The music industry is very controlled. Yep. Oh, yep, of course. Yeah, it is way different now than ever before, I would say. So, Santa Red. Are we going with proper? Let's see, where do I have? Or have I used it up and didn't even think about it by? Yeah, that's the one. That's the proper red I was looking for. The 90s. Yeah. There has been a big difference in, you know, 90s music compared to now. Definitely. So this is more a brownish red, even though, you know, I would say it's yeah, it's cadmium red. Maybe just a little hint of, would I say orange, or yeah, this one maybe. Yeah, beats and things are a rhythm is a thing for me, because you know, as a dancer that is. But country and western music, yeah, yeah, that it could be nice to listen to, definitely. Or I don't know, am I a party girl? I in a way, I, you know, I've been you know, been listening to all kinds of party music kind of thing, because of the dancing. So it might be that I'm influenced by that. So with this, as you can see, it's kind of a build up of things. I don't know, do I want to have, I feel like I want to go even a little bit darker. It needs to be darker. And let's see, this red. So this might be a project that we will have to look further into. Hello, Heavenly, nice to see you. It's been a while. So doing a little bit of this type of thing today, which was a while back, I would say. And this, to me, that is like proper Santa red. If you put it on a little bit harder than I am at the moment, because I want to kind of combine this red with all kinds of. So what are you up to, Heavenly? Hope you're not too busy at work or something. Oh, you have been working. Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. I'm longing for like a vacation or something, but I know that it, you know, it will take quite a while. But it would be really fun to go somewhere. So what this is today, yeah, I don't know. I just felt I needed to do this kind of coloring. And a little bit of gluing and adding in things, of course. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is a Swedish adult coloring book. I've looked into many of them, and this was one that I like, you know, with terms of pictures, because I do not really want to have them too detailed. If I would go on a vacation, I don't know. At the moment, I would say, yeah, you know, US is always on the top priority kind of list. Yeah, and actually looking into the all kinds of things, really. And of course, like visiting my daughter is one thing. Yeah, I need to look further into that, actually. It was quite a long time ago. Oh yeah, I will have to show you. I will just have a quick tiny like flip through of the pages. This one. And I like that it's, you know, just not really too detailed, if you don't like, you know. I've had several of these kinds of books before. And some of them are more detailed than others, but you know, they are quite easy to do, almost like your own creation to yeah, probably will go to Amsterdam. Yeah, that is part of, you know, visiting my daughter is going to, in that case, to Amsterdam. Yeah, absolutely. So a little quick flip through. Oh. To go, you know, for me going to proper like holiday, I don't know. Yeah, you could go to like Japan or something. That would be fun. or you know, some like exotic type thing, like going on a safari. That would definitely be fun. But going to, this might seem strange, but going to like the Netherlands, it is of course a holiday, but because of you know, my daughter is down there, it doesn't really, I don't really count it as a holiday per se. Not a big one. No. Going to, oh, Wales. Wales, yeah, that's beautiful. Wales is beautiful. And Ireland too. Ireland is really a nice place to go. And of course Scotland, I've been there a couple of times. The thing though, Japan, China would be, oh, they would call you a giant. I don't really know anything about that, but yeah, but you can, yeah, most European people are taller than Asians, so yeah. Yeah, there are actually many parts of the world that I have on my bucket list to go, and why haven't I? That's a whole different kind of story. Yeah, I could definitely see like Cork. Yeah, yeah, Ireland is. It is. Yeah, it's a nice city to go to. I've been, yeah, as you know, I've been to England and Wales, Scotland. You know, I've been there quite a lot. But it's nice to be able to, you know, just travel around, and that's for sure. And yeah, on my near future list, I would say, is the US. I will have to figure that one out somehow. It would be really fun to go like on an RV type of road trip all across the US to visit each and every one of you, like you gotta sleep before work. Oh yeah, I can imagine. Haven't you don't say you're kind of working 24/7. How heavenly are you? I hope you're not. I work quite a lot too, but yeah, I do it because it's fun. You have only been to New England, but that, you know, that's a trip. That is definitely a trip. I would, I don't know why I haven't gone, but I would love to visit Iceland. Haven't really been a thing. I would love to go to Greenland too, but I don't know if, you know, with the things going on at the moment over there, I don't know if that would be a safe way, you know, safe thing to go to. You have not been to Becca's part of the world. Yeah, that if you did go, that could, yeah, I could imagine that being really fun. And I have so many people to visit, so you know, I really do have to have it properly planned. Oh, Iceland and Greenland. Yeah, Iceland is definitely one. Greenland, though, that, you know, it's, yeah, I don't know. With the things going on over there, it would be fun to just visit there for once, but not at this particular moment in time, though. Actually, when, you know, with the things going on over there, the immediate thought when I heard it was, why haven't I gone there before? You know, because of the situation. I don't want to go there at this moment, though. You have been to Arizona. Yeah, it's quite a nice trip to go over to the US. So I think I'm gonna leave it like this for today, am I? You know, could go on and on with this forever, but unfortunately I do not have time for that. You might be, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That I don't, you know, I don't want to be a part of that thing over there in the Greenland. You'll never know. You'll never know. We have done a little bit of a thing today. Could we say that we finally started this journal for sure? There might be a couple of things added in that I will show you next time, because, you know, I don't, this could be an ongoing project for I don't even know how many weeks if we're not really going into actually creating in it for real. I'm not gonna write in it though. That I will show probably further on. So for those that haven't seen, you know, we put this one in the lace part here last time. We do need to figure out the cover, or do we? I haven't really thought that thing through. And the other things, yeah, we've done quite a bit of things. Let's see if we can use that belly band. I know for a fact that it might just take this kind of, yeah. We'll have to kind of go a little bit smaller into tag size. But it will look somewhat like that. So, yeah, going bit by bit, slowly but surely into creating this and be finished with it. So with that, I am going to actually continue this a little bit offline, and I will see you around. I would say if you're not able to do it this weekend, I will definitely be here Wednesday on my own channel, 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. And if not, I will be over at Create with Becca Tuesday, and that is 10 Central. Have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone. Thank you so much, Time Lord. It's definitely not really good night for me as of yet. But in a little bit it is. So for those of you in chat, thank you so much for being here, and thank you to all the replayers. It's always nice to see your comments. and have a lovely rest of your day, night or evening whenever you see this. Bye.